The Republican redistricting that's happening will only get better if Trump can pull off what he just announced this week, guys. Donald Trump has announced that he's going to try to get a 2025 census done instead of waiting till 2020 or 2030. And the reason why he's saying he's going to do it is because he does not want to include the illegal immigrants that were included in 2020 because 2020 was hugely botched. Here is what he specifically said in his announcement. He tweeted this on Truth Social. He says, I've instructed our Department of Commerce to immediately begin work on a new and highly accurate census based on modern day facts and figures, and importantly, using the results and information gained from the presidential election of 2024. People who are in our country illegally will not be counted in the census. And then, of course, his famous tagline now, thank you for your attention to this matter. So there are a lot of questions as to how this could actually happen. Obviously, when they do this, there's going to be a lot of push from Democrats for lawsuits. There's going to be a lot of logistics at work. That's going to be difficult. I don't want to focus on that right now because it's boring and we could speculate about it for hours. What I want to show is how big of an impact it could have on 2026 if it went through, because it's crazy. It's huge. When it comes to the 2020 census, there are two problems fundamentally, and both hurt Republicans. The first is that it was done very poorly. It actually just missed the count completely. It has nothing to do with the illegal immigration. It's just they actually just messed up the census, and they fully admitted it themselves. And that's the Biden administration who finished the census, and they admit it. The second is obviously the illegal immigration being included, and that's what Donald Trump cares more about. This is according to Politico. They say the Census Bureau acknowledged in a 2022 report that Black people, Hispanics, and Native Americans were likely undercounted while white and Asian people were overcounted. While some degree of under or over count happens every census, the pandemic likely exacerbated the challenge. And that was in all of those changes were in Republican states, meaning that they got less congressmen given to them. And that's a huge deal. It was a huge deal in 2022, in 2024 already. And obviously Donald Trump wants to fix this for 2026. This is according to the report from the Census Bureau. Just to give you an idea, again, this is not including the illegal immigration just yet. That gets even crazier. But this is how off they were. The states that got undercounted, Arkansas by 5%, Florida by 3.5%, Illinois by 2%, Mississippi by 4%, Tennessee by 4.7%, and Texas by 2%. All but Illinois are Republican states. They were undercounted. And the overcounts, Delaware was overcounted by 5.5%, Hawaii by 6.8%, Massachusetts by 2.2%, Minnesota by 3.8%, New York by 3.4%, Ohio by 1.5%, Rhode Island by 5%, and Utah by 2.6%. Nearly all the liberal states overcounted except Utah and Ohio. So right there, we should have a change in the House by about 8 to 15 seats. Because again, if you're overcounting the blue states, they get more Congress members. If you're undercounting the red states, they get less Congress members. That's what just happened. And so just by, again, no illegal immigration, this is just what was supposed to happen already. Republicans should have about 8 to 15 seats more, which is just insane. It's just crazy. Now, if we exclude illegal immigrants, which we should, and people who aren't even citizens, which again we should, from the count, it gets crazier. Pew Research did a full analysis on this. These were the results that they got. Again, this is not a right-wing thing. This is just solid data. I don't know what else to tell you. I'll show you right now. What you see is that there are some states that should gain and some that should lose. We see Texas should have gained 3. They would have gained 3 if illegal immigrants weren't included. Florida would gain 2. Arizona, Colorado, Montana, North Carolina and Oregon would gain 1. And then all the states that would lose 1 would be Alabama, Minnesota, Ohio, Illinois, Michigan, New York, Pennsylvania, Rhode Island, West Virginia, and California. And I took the liberty. I basically added up all the added seats in the states where Trump won in 2024, and it comes out to 6 extra seats once you cancel everything out. And so not only did the 2020 census get botched, but if illegal immigrants were not included, as they really shouldn't be, Republicans would pick up 6 seats. In other words, for 2026, if Trump did redo the census, it would be a smashing success. This would be without any of the redistricting or the gerrymandering that we've talked about. Republicans would pick up at least 14 seats. That is the low end. I'm being very conservative with that estimate. Obviously, it's going to be an uphill battle for Republicans on this. Democrats are going to fight tooth and nail to avoid this. But those 14 seats that should be Republican right now have to be there. I mean, Republicans need to fight just as hard. I think Americans and the Republican Party need to fight harder to get this done, since it is what was owed in the first place. Life doesn't care about your schedule, but the partner of this show, Gray Ledger, does. What happens when your license gets suspended, your phone dies, or your email gets hacked? Gray Ledger builds contingency plans for high trust operations before the mess happens. Alternative vendors, emergency contacts, identity, fail safes, quietly deployed, always ready. Gray Ledger, guys, you don't need luck. You need a plan B. Visit grayledger.carrd.co or head to the link in the description below. Thank you so much for watching this episode, everybody. Please like the video and subscribe so that other great patriots like yourselves will see it. And you can tune in every single day at 6 p.m. Eastern for the live show, or you can watch another video right here.